What's happening, people? So today I will be talking about the fastest way to blow up on social media. And it's the things which I know. I've been doing social media for a while. I've definitely been getting paid for it. So I definitely don't mind talking about it at the end of the day. It's a subject which I think a lot of people want to know about. It's a subject which just excites people, to be able to have more followers than what you do today, tomorrow. Let's talk about it. So I've been doing social media for the best part of like 10 years, been brand affiliated, been doing stuff with companies, probably in some positions where some people want to be. I'm not made it, but I've made enough to be able to tell people Wagwan. And this is what you're going to find out in this session of Wagwan on the social media. So one platform which you can't deny, it's like reach, and it's organic reach and reach without you not really doing much to it, is TikTok. TikTok is short-based content. So again, if you catch people's attention quickly and you're able to do that with a good hook, with a good something quick to throw in at the beginning of the video, then you tell people what you want. Yeah, that's the place for you. And just understand, TikTok has got its own community. All of these platforms, what I talk about, which I know are kicking it right now, they've got their own community. So you've got to build your own community on there. You can't join another. Do you understand what I mean? Like, you've got to grow that separately as a separate entity, right? What I would say is perfect and a good place to start is YouTube, because YouTube, is long form content. So it's the total opposite to TikTok. So it's harder to get noticed on it because you're now trying to not just catch people's attention, but obviously keep their attention, And if we're moving with the future, like not even the future, this present 2025 time, if you're not on Twitch, trying to create a whole different community, which is live interactions, which is what you're doing right now. It's more or less being more of an entertainer, but it depends what you're entertaining people doing. Remember, it started as a gaming idea, so people play games on there. I've got a Twitch. I put games on there, but I understand I'm going to get way more reactions when I do URL streams, normal streams where I'm just talking and I'm being myself. So people can connect with you. It's harder for people to connect with you over a game because you said, oh shit, damn it, God damn it, Jesus Christ, da da da. Do you get it? That's a reaction. And that reaction is probably best for you to put on TikTok so people can see that and push that out to you, right? So I would advise people to use all of these platforms as well as Instagram, because I'm going to explain why, right? So let's take it from YouTube perspective, which I'm on live right now doing this video on. I'm also on live on my Instagrams and my TikTok while I do this, because it makes sense, right? This is about social media and how to get the best reach and how to blow up as soon as you can. So use all of these platforms individually, but some of their biggest key features is when you go live, right? So using that live and making sure that you're as live as much as possible and you're consistent about being live will obviously get your page found. People will see more of your content. I don't post that much on my TikTok, but do you know what? When I go live and I'm doing live stuff now, there are a lot of people that pop up on the TikTok. Do you get it? Because the algorithm for the TikTok is crazy. People will see you on, people will start to follow you, and people will tap up the screen, but you've got to encourage them. There's this level of encouragement, which I always say to people, I don't get that same type of encouragement, or you don't get that same type of engagement when it comes to an Instagram, because I've been on Instagram for the best part of 9 years. I've seen it change. I've got a business page, so it's not like I have a creators page like other people, so it's harder for me to grow a following on there, because generally it's about my business, but my business is about me because I am the brand. I decided that at some point because I realized that I wouldn't get past a certain point if I didn't start associating it more with myself and give it my unique selling point, which is me. You know, everybody needs to understand that your unique selling point on all these platforms is yourself. So, but you still not told us how we're going to blow up on social media, right? How you're going to blow up on social media is you're going to turn up and do your TikTok lives. Yeah, your TikTok lives are very, very, very important. You're going to make long form content, yeah, but you're also going to show up on your lives on your YouTube. I have seen a crazy spike in numbers because I'm able to turn up and do live content, right? And as a content creator, that's part of what I do, is do things live, do things with no practice so I can do things fluently. Most of my let me be honest with you. 80% of my content when I turn up and do my lives, which you're probably watching right now on YouTube, it's not scripted. It's just me coming on, speaking, telling you about things which I know and being able to turn it into a bit of content, right? Anybody can do this. You can take a subject, you can dissect it, you can take parts away from it, and you can turn it into a longer form bit of content than what it was, right? I've done this so many times. Big up B2 in the live right now. So what I'm saying is that this time that we live in right now is probably the best time to start making content. Don't get me wrong, I've seen small creators turn into massive, big creators. And there's no jealousy on people's journey because, look, they've put in maybe an extra bit of work, what I haven't. They've understood some of these platforms like I haven't. So I haven't took the time to be able to put my content together in the correct place so I'm able to show people the best version of myself. Do you get it? So that takes time. So knowing your audience and knowing what people want to see from you, yeah, that will take a proportion of time, but you can trial and error. There's so much platforms for you to trial and error different types of content. Like my long form content, when I speak about meaningful things, yeah, not just plumbing on my page, because it's YouTube and it's a massive platform, yeah, I'm getting more interactions from things like that sometimes than when I do plumbing videos. It depends how many plumbing videos I put out, right? Like I said, I've been on social media for a long period of time. And it's not because I don't want to grow. It's because I didn't understand what I'm doing. And there's so many people that don't understand what they're doing. If you make a banging clip and it's a long form horizontal video, you need to use that video and put it onto TikTok so people can see it. A lot more people will see it quickly on your TikTok, and then they will go back to YouTube to search for the full clip. That's how you send it back and forward. And my Instagram page will always be like a newspaper of the things which I've done. Do you get it? Because that's a kind of like a still place where, remember, Instagram, yeah, originally was just for photo sharing. Now it's become a video sharing app. So now understand that Instagram battles with TikTok, but TikTok has a way better algorithm, which works for you, where you don't have to do as much work as you would do on Instagram. Instagram, when people drop comments on your stuff or your page or your post, it matters about how much time you reply in, right? So if you left all the replies to later, a lot more people wouldn't see it. So if you kept on replying back to people within a period of time and kept it in a nice time frame, your post will now start to show to more people. Now your post has got 40 comments on it. Now your post has got 80 comments on it, 60 goes up, so on and so forth. But understand, this all matters to push your post out to even more people. You see, with this TikTok, you see if a lot of people or people just see your post in general, yeah, more people will start to see it. Someone likes it, someone shares it. Make shareable, likable content, yeah? If you want to get out there, that's the truth. Shareable, likable content. Content which is on the line to be able to agree with a lot of people. Whether you're having a bad day, if you saw it, it'll make you smile. Whether you was thinking, what's that? It's intriguing, so you give people a little bit, but enough to want to see a little bit more. Do you get it? Like you got to reel people in with attention. They say that people have a lower attention span, but at the end of the day, if people are able to make better content videos to keep people for longer points of time, it will work out. And that's how YouTube will work for you. How does it work? How does it work? By getting paid through these. So I've got a TikTok question and they said, how does it work through getting paid through these apps, bro? So basically, yeah, you can, Instagram have got like a creators section where if you have a certain amount of followers and if you reach their criteria, you're able to apply through brand deals through them. It's on your phone. All you lot can see it. If you ain't got it, I don't know why you ain't got it, because you obviously haven't got enough followers, right? So there's requirements on a few different platforms. There's a requirement which is on YouTube for 4,000 watch hours. That's how much time you need to complete to be able to apply for monetization, right? I would know. I've been doing it right now. And it takes time for you to get to that because you have to get those 4,000 hours watch time on your long form videos, or it's 3 million on reels, and you can have it between a certain time. I can't remember the time frame, but you guys can see it online. But once you build those platforms, yeah, and you're getting monetized like on YouTube, you can now start to make revenue, yeah. Revenue is like the money which you're going to make per clip, right? And it depends on where you are, what type of rate you are, what type of niche they put you in, and that's how, and they will see how much money you're able to make, right, from a video. There's also ways how to make money with collaborations, right? So if you've got a brand, if you've got a deal, if you're a type of look, if people want to use you as a model, yeah, like that's what they use me for, as a model, a model for certain brands and stuff like that, which I'm very thankful for. You know, at this point in my life, did I think I was going to be a model? Hell no. But I know I'm a good looking person. Do you understand? We just leave it there. So being able to model for brands, they're going to pay me to wear their clothes or to show their tools, which I have been doing. And there's a fee which they pay me for making the content, right? So as a content creator, you're getting paid for the videos which you're making. What I will say is that this process can always happen quicker on platforms like TikTok. It can happen a lot quicker. You've got TikTok Shop where you can start to sell stuff. You've also got a lot of other platforms where you're able to monetize yourself, right? So you can make money on Kick by having people donate you gifts or donations when you're on live stream, right? Someone could gift you 5 gifted, depending on how much tiers or things it is. It's just into how much is set to, right? So let's just say people are making a lot of money online just by going live, just by showing up, just by creating a community. And the quickest things that I can see through my own present time, where I've had 9 years, and I had my YouTube for about 8 years, I would say. But again, I wasn't really bothered about it because I started making money, like how I told you, through modeling and doing brand deals and doing content for people before any of these numbers were up for monetization, especially with my YouTube. I was nowhere near that number. And then when I started making more videos, which were probably hard hitting, I got a lot more views. So it was, my watch hours were killing it. And then I got to the monetization point, and then I'm here now. So I know that there's a lot of people who are thinking about this journey as like, you know what, I might start doing content. I might start filming this. I might start doing that. That's cool. It's definitely cool. And a way to get there the quickest is through your TikTok. I'm not going to lie to you. Your TikTok will start you off on a lot of other things. So my TikTok is at like 9,500, yeah? I'm going to start this journey where I keep going live and I start telling you about different parts of my journey as a content creator. And we're going to see the numbers rise because at the end of the day, I'm going to make sure that I post at the regular time, the same time. So if now is 6:30, I'm always going to post at 6:30. I'm not going to try to go over that time, because this is what helps the algorithms on all of the different platforms work together, right? They're working individually because they're different platforms. I didn't mean working together as one thing. I meant I make sure I go live on the TikTok. I make sure I'm live on the YouTube. We make sure I'm live on the Instagram, same time. So I teach it up. 1 second. They said there's no sound on my thing. 1 second. Can you hear me now? Just making sure the sound is right on my... I've made sure that I've been on live on all of my platforms, right? So someone said they couldn't hear me on my Instagram. Sorry about that. But yeah, making sure you're consistently posting on all of your platforms at the same time. Live is one of the features which will make your account boom up. Obviously, you can't go live until you get a certain amount of followers on YouTube, but build your platform. Tell people to subscribe. Tell people to follow your account. I have stopped telling loads of people to follow my account as if like I don't want followers or something. I definitely do. At the end of the day, I want people to follow, subscribe, like, even follow my Twitch page as well. I'm not live on my Twitch page right now, but I should be. And it's just about being able to keep up a level of performance for yourself when it comes to these platforms, right? It don't happen overnight. But once you start getting the hang of it, it's definitely going to fall straight into your lap as a content creator. Because me having a space where I'm able to just film, yeah, makes it easy because I can step into the room and press record, right? I didn't have to think about this post, what I was doing today, because I know what is needed from me, which is people need me to tell them the truth. Today, TikTok is booming it, YouTube is booming it, and also Twitch is booming it. I think Twitch is more natural and organic, but once you build those things, you can repurpose your lives and all of that type of content onto your YouTube, because I think a lot of people like to watch back things on YouTube because you can always use the rewind and it's a lot clearer on YouTube basically. But I would definitely say for everyone who is following my platforms to definitely check out my YouTube channel and subscribe to it, because this is where you can watch back the full video. This is where you can understand the journey of being a content creator and how I got to the point where I am at. But it doesn't make me want to stop, because I've realized to myself, you know what? Numbers definitely do matter in a lot of these situations. Not all of them, because a lot of brands still work with myself, even though I don't have the same reach as other people, but maybe my fit is better for them. Do you get it? So I'm going to speak about that on the next live, what I do about, which is going to be, even in your content creating journey, you need to think about your next 3 moves, right? That's going to be the next live, which I'm going to do tomorrow. So definitely tune into my YouTube to check that out if you're online, or check out my Instagram, but make sure you subscribe and like up both of them, because I'll be dropping the gems. At the end of the day, I'm not coming to the end of what I'm doing. I'm ramping it up. Do you understand? I'm ramping it up. We're going to get to a next level when it comes to these tips and little tricks. I just want to ask you about any content creating tips. Any content creating tips, right? What I would say from trying to get any tips to be able to become a content creator is ask yourself, what value can you give to other people, right? Because people are always going to follow you when they see value. If they see no value when they see jokes, you know, it's for a time maybe when they're feeling down. But if they see value within what you're doing, they're going to start following you. Like my people who have watched my content, yeah, on my Instagram and my TikTok, they see value within the plumbing content, what I'm doing. But now I'm starting to talk about life and stuff like that. There are way more people that are going to see value within what I'm doing. Just like this post is not just aimed at people who do plumbing like me and who have become a plumbing content creator, but I don't just do plumbing, because I've been in documentaries and I've been in adverts. So that's not what I'm just about. There's a little bit more to it, but you've got to reach every step at once, one at a time. Don't try and run. Do you get it? So understand what type of value you're going to give to other people when you're saying, I want to be a content creator, yeah? Because if you can get that value thing right, they're going to follow you instantly. And again, because people need people like yourself or people like me who's going to start saying, okay, this is the road I need to start going down. Now I need to get a thinking board out so I can write down the things which I can do, which I think will be valuable for other people. Do you get it? That's where we're going to start. But again, make sure you subscribe, tap up your screen if you're on the TikTok right now, because I always do, and I'm doing this TikTok right now. So that's why I'm looking down to this little screen, because I can see these people right now in the corner and I answer some of these people's questions. So subscribe. Tomorrow, we're back on for another live, and we're going to talk about the other part of the journey. But make sure you subscribe, yeah? Let's get it.